Live streaming, baby. We up here, man. It said live streaming. We up here, baby. It's not tripping, man. Hey, we've been waiting, though. You know what I'm saying? We've been waiting, man. I done sent text. Oh, yeah, we're going live. We are going live. And bang.
And here we are, ladies and
gentlemen. Man. We here. Come on, D. Get up here.
We got to give it up to Shine.
Yeah, he did some work to get here live.
Let's give it up to Shine, yo, for being relentless.
Yeah, he didn't give up. I done threw the white flag up 4 times, but he didn't give up.
Let's see if he can get himself on, though.
Yeah, that would be the thing. That would be the thing.
Yeah, he's oh, let me double check now and see if I got.
Yeah, we live.
Yeah. Do you see?
He's saying that we live.
Let's see. I'm just double checking the feed.
I'm getting ready to see now.
What's your audio sound like, Sean?
All right, so we got.
Can we hear you, Sean?
Watching now. Hello.
You should hear me now.
Yeah.
We good. We good in
English.
Live in the building. Shine, you relentless, boy.
You did it, Shine. An hour and but you did it.
It's different.
It's not joking, man. We did it.
Hey, we ready to kick this off?
Well, hold on. You wanna hold on 1 second.
What?
We can just shoot the bizzle. Shoot the.
See that's what we gonna do, right?
We needed to move around a little bit, right? Go ahead, D. If you ready to.
You got to be ready too, my man. My mellow.
Oh, well, I stay ready.
But hold on, you wanna hold on.
Somebody got to turn their volume down.
That was me. I was just testing something.
Yeah, replay. The audio is good. The two's the audio.
I guess y'all.
Whenever you're ready, D. Whenever you're ready, homie, I'm ready.
Let's do it.
Hold up, y'all ready?
When on you, Chilla?
Yeah.
Let's roll then, man. Let's get it popping.
My name is D. Jones, and I'm here with my co-panel, Garrett Big Williams, Raymond Shine, and Chris Chilla Jones. You know what it is. If you stay ready, you don't have to get ready. Get established. Let's go.
Yo, welcome to the live Get Established show. Today, we're going to be kicking it around a little bit. I think we got access where you guys can hit us in the chat and contribute to the conversation. We're doing a little different today. Hope you guys join in and have a good time. So welcome to the Get Established show, live. So Shine?
It's on you, sir.
All right, people. Welcome. Glad you all could make it. And for those that come in, hey, glad you could be here. All right. Us guys, we just gonna kind of kick it, just the freestyle here, talk about little things that's going on here. And one of the things that I thought about and wanted to talk about was the new Rivers Casino that's in Portsmouth, Virginia, and what that means for the city. I know that with that comes a new, place to be able to, to go to and attend the events and the things that are there. Along with it is, the gambling aspect of it and what that means for the city in a whole. I mean, because with that, it's going to bring a whole new, district area that the city is going to construct and build. With the casino, it involves 3 partners along with the city. One in particular that I wanted to talk about was the Pamunkey tribe. They're going to be part owners of that. And they're an original tribe that derived from the Powhatan tribe that was originally centered in Virginia, in the Tidewater, Hampton Roads area. It's an interesting fact that that they are partners within that, and I just wanted to highlight that, and just the fact that just it's a this is going to be something good for the city. But what do you guys think?
Well, I'm interested to see what kind of revenue it can generate. I got a lot of questions surrounding it because number one is the location. I mean, it's built now and they're ready to open, but I just didn't think it was an ideal location. But time will tell. I could be wrong. I mean, it could be a good revenue generating stream for the city. Portsmouth is, out of the 7 cities in Hampton Roads, Portsmouth is the smallest and has the highest tax rate for taxes, personal and property tax and things of that nature. So something like this could help offset some of that, hopefully, but we'll have to see because it does the one thing that I see, it doesn't have a hotel attached to it or even nearby. And that could be something that could impact the amount of revenue that could be generated because, a lot of people, when they go gamble, they like to stay in the facility where they gamble or very close nearby. So maybe there's some plans for that in the future. I don't know, but that's one of my concerns. Another concern is, are we going to create some new gambling addicts from the college? So that was just another concern because it's right on the college campus.
And
what you got?
Yeah. I wanted to chime in on that. Here in Atlanta, there's been talks about possibly opening a casino, and I know that it could impact the community in a great way financially, but how does it impact it in a negative manner? I've been to several casinos because I travel around bowling, and there's often casinos when I go bowl in different cities that I visit, and I noticed just talking to, I guess, one of the individuals that worked in the casino, they had regulars that come in there pretty much every day. And it made me sit back and think, how does that impact their household? You become addicted to gambling. You're in there every day. I can only assume that you're losing more than you're winning. And when you look at a community like Portsmouth and the casino being there, I understand that it could do great financial things for the city, but how does it impact individuals on the college campus and individuals that live in that city in a negative manner as far as becoming addicted to gambling? I mean, we have enough distractions in our community, and I'm not, saying by any means that this casino is a bad thing, but I want to also look at the flip side of it.
So let me give a couple of shout outs. We got some people in the live chat. Welcome to you guys in the chat and watching. We got shout out to Big Ro, which is also a contributor to the Get Established Show. We appreciate you, bro. Miss Nita Brabson. There was a message. Tamika Winborn, thank you for your messages. Thank you, Tamika Riddick. She also agreed with me about the host hotel situation. I think it would definitely help do a major increase. So go ahead, fellas.
Oh, don't worry. A hotel is gonna be constructed there, from what I've heard.
Oh, is it? Okay.
Yeah.
It's gonna be a part of the casino.
I don't know if I don't know if it's going to be a part of it, but I know it's going to be one built.
Okay. I just don't know. Okay.
All right. From a different prospect of it, I did go to the VIP opening. I did go into the casino. So I mean, the casino looks good. I mean, I was watching the people. It was a loud crowd that day that went in there. I walked around. They had looked at the food area and certain things, but a lot of people was in there enjoying themselves. So far as what's going to happen, we are seeing a long run. Like I said, people are going to do what they want to do anyway. This could be an opportunity for some people maybe to go in and, it ain't nothing in Portsmouth to do. So this casino brings a live time to people who want to go out and do something. Some people like going to casinos, and then they got restaurants in there and places to eat. So this is like a time right now that Portsmouth can come up. But as far as like you're saying, people could get caught up into the situation, gambling, and it could become a bad habit. I mean, that's what life every day. We do a lot of things that become bad habits. We can't tell people how not to go out and play lottery. And then you got to realize these game systems are out in a lot of convenience stores. The people out there every day playing fish tables and all these different games. So it's like people are going to do what they want to do with their money regardless. So you're just looking at this is a new way of revenues coming into our city. And people just got to monitor themselves and be accountable for themselves. They got to know not to spend their bill money. They got to know not to spend their rent money or whatever is going on. They got to be self-conscious of themselves, but you can't tell them how to spend their money. This is their enjoyment and this is what they want to do. So I looked at it as that I can't tell in the long run how it's going to be so effective for Portsmouth, or if it's going to be a benefit for Portsmouth growing up and business everywhere, or is it going to bring revenue to the people in Portsmouth, or is it going to bring revenue to people outside of Portsmouth? But we'll see in the long run.
No, I got it. I think one of the things that were brought up in the chat just now that were questioning about security is security going to be tight. I think that's very important. I mean, when you're dealing with large sums of money like that, you need to make sure they have the proper security in place. And I know usually in casinos, they're pretty tight as far as security. I don't think that'll be a big issue. But I mean, what about people leaving the casino with money? I mean, what does that look like? A lot of times I know in different situations, you're being watched, whether, it's gambling on the corner or, you're at an event leaving and people assume that you have a lot of money. We just need to make sure that the security's tight also. I mean, Portsmouth, don't get me wrong. I grew up there. I love my city, but it's not the safest city in the world.
Well, right. But I think there's probably a standard, an industry standard that comes into play. We talk about casinos when it comes to security. I mean, I would say that with it being the newest, it's probably it probably has some state-of-the-art features, and security is one of those things I'm pretty sure of. I would just beg to say that that's more than likely in place. Well, so we'll have to see because it's brand new to us in our area. We'll have to see how everything plays out. But I think with it being the first in Hampton Roads, Portsmouth won this time and got something first. With it being the first in Hampton Roads, I think it's going to be the flagship look or watch to see how this whole thing plays out. And then, of course, we're going to start to see around the other 7 cities, other casinos pop up.
Well, I was going to say this, though, Big. I was going to say this, though. If I'm not mistaken, for security, I think they do have somewhere that the police are supposed to be right there by the casino, the little, I don't know if a precinct or whatever, but a police presence is there right there at the casino. As far as this is a big opportunity for Portsmouth. Yes, it is. I mean, the only thing we do have is out Hampton is Rosie's, something like that. But this is a big opportunity for Portsmouth. I know Norfolk was trying to get something started over there, and it's been really, really, really delayed. But Portsmouth already beat it to the punch, and they jumping. So it's like we can only see, and I just hope that everything go good. I don't look for negativity. Negativity gonna be out there anyway. But I don't look for negativity. I try to look at positivity with everything, because if we start thinking that way, don't put that vibe or energy and all that crap. But it is what it is. Money, behind money, people are hungry. They're going to do what they're going to do. But I just hope it don't be a lot of negativity behind it. I hope that everything will be successful.
So I hope it's right now we're talking about the upcoming opening of the Rivers Casino in Portsmouth, adjacent to the Tidewater Community College facility. Go ahead, Derek.
Yeah. I just what do you think about it bringing more tourism to the city? Not just the casino, just people visiting the city. And I mean, I know Portsmouth is not that big, but there's a lot of things to do on Hampton Roads for that matter. Right? There's a lot of historic places in Hampton Roads. Do you think that would boost the tourism in the area?
I think Raymond, I think we lost your volume.
Yeah, I was mute. Yeah, see, that's why they were talking about doing the construction around there, because that area they're gonna try to make it like a town center, like a lot of these other areas that have town centers like Norfolk, Virginia Beach. They're trying to do that. So I think with that, that's gonna draw more people in, and and bring them out. Because I mean, at this point, I mean, I forgot the neighborhood that was there that before they built TCC beside it. I can't remember, but it's
Newport?
been there like that forever. I
talking
mean,
about
almost
So,
right.
no, it's my found. You got me tripping, man.
Yeah, I mean, because
Cabinet Park, man.
it's
I
been
don't
so
know what-
long, man.
He's from the Cabinet Park. He tripping me out, man. He's
So-
from a neighborhood before that. I mean, Cabinet Park was there, man.
I don't know. Was it Fairwood Homes?
Fairwood Homes in the Cabinet Park, man. You got me tripping.
Oh,
So there were two interesting questions brought up in the chat by Tamika. Shout out to Tamika Winbush. I'm sorry.
no, Winborn, you're right.
Winborn, I said it right. I'm sorry. The designated smoking areas. Chris, when you visited the other day, did you see any designated smoking areas, or will this casino be like a lot of other casinos?
I'm gonna put it like this. From what I heard, I mean, I was there. It was a lot of ashtrays everywhere. People, smoking. Me, I can't be around a lot of smoke. From what I heard, it was like some people were saying it was nice, and they was mentioning about the smoke was an issue. I don't know how it's going to affect, or they're going to change some policies, or at least make certain areas in there non-smoking. But me, I don't like to be around smoke, you know what I'm saying, because of my breathing situation. But yeah, it was a lot of smoking going on that night.
Gotcha.
So it was just out on the floor? There wasn't any designated areas?
Matter of fact, I seen Ebony. She was there, Ebony Clark. So me and her was chatting while we was in there. She was pointing over section for me, saying that she think that was non-smoking. But when I went over there, it was ashtrays. So it's like the whole place, and like, as long as you was on the floor, you could smoke. But when you went to the restaurant, the restaurants and stuff, it was non-smoking in there. But right now, that was, like I said, that was just the opening. So we won't know till tomorrow, because tomorrow, Monday, is going to be the official opening. So like on that opening, just that preview day, they were smoking they had ashtrays everywhere for you to smoke.
Yeah,
I mean, that's. Go ahead.
Derek.
No, go ahead.
There was a comment from Natasha Williams in the chat that says monies need to be appropriated in the correct way. Many times opportunities are presented in our communities, but monies are mishandled and communities lose. So just a comment from Natasha Williams on that. So hopefully, like I said, we just have to see how it all plays out. We have to see how it all plays out. I mean, this is the first of its kind in Hampton Roads together, and I'm actually looking forward. I hope that some great things. I hope some people win. I hope there's some big winners.
So let's talk about that for a minute, because I remember coming home and we rode around and we were looking at how we could do improvements in different areas of the city. So what improvements in your mind can the revenue from this casino bring to the city of Portsmouth?
What improvements? I mean, I don't know how they've appropriated the funds. I don't know like how much revenue goes to, because like Raymond said, it's 3 partners. So, the house always wins is typically the phrase when you talk about casinos. So I don't know how much. No,
I mean, we're just talking about hypothetically. Like
I would hope that it would help improve roads. I would hope that it would help with the police force,
right?
Or things that support supportive things of the city. If we need traffic lights or more school bus drivers, I think we need. I think in the city of Portsmouth, I think initially when I was in school 30 years ago, we had 5 high schools. They shrunk it down to 3, but I still think those other 2 need to come back. The city still needs a little more, I guess, housing for school. I know that's probably not the right word,
No,
I
so you
think they
mean the
need
funding for education would help with that
right.
situation, is what you're saying,
But I
Chris?
think they need. I think they need to reopen, or I think they need 2 more high schools. City is Portsmouth is a small city, but it is there's a lot of people that are compacted in certain areas, and some of the areas that weren't overblown when we were in school now have many more residents, which have overcrowded these schools even more than they were when they opened. So they need more schools.
So, Chris, you chuckle. What did you chuckle about? Like what Big was talking?
I mean, he was joking about, he had to throw out there 30 years ago with school, but it was just tripping over. But I mean, I agree with what he's saying. It's just that when it comes to money, man, it's all about the money. People get hungry, you know what I'm saying? It's like, even everywhere you go, it's about, getting the money. So it's like, when you got people, business, and money, where it's coming, go back to the community, it'd be nice for them to build up, like you said, everything, the roads, the city, make the city more, appealing, fix up the poor part of the neighborhoods and just remodel a lot of stuff. It would be beautiful, but that ain't, I don't think that's what it's gonna all come to, because everybody want their hands in the bag. So it's when it's about money, that's the least thing you thinking about doing. You worrying about how much money you can generate, and everything you put is to help you and your family and your business. It ain't about helping the community. I mean, honestly, it would be beautiful if this casino does that, but in my reality, in my mind, it's all about greed and power and money.
So, I mean, it will bring jobs to the community.
It would bring jobs.
Hopefully, it'll like Ro and Tamika was saying in the comments that they'll allocate some of that money for the schools and after school programs, because that'll be something that'll be helpful for the area, because I mean they need some type of extra
curriculums,
extra programs to have these kids to have something to improve on their well-being.
Yeah, I agree. Rose said big win for the city. I agree. Like I said, the first in Hampton Roads to do it. People can say a whole lot about how they feel or whatever about Portsmouth. I'm not born and bred, but I've been in Portsmouth for a long time. My entire school career was in Portsmouth. It's a city that I have a great affection for. So big win. I agree with Ro. I just wanted to see the city win. Some of us from here, it's all the things we always hope and wish for the city to win. And we just want them to be able to get the things in play so that Portsmouth can be demonstrated as the jewel that it is, because it really is a hidden jewel. I think so. I mean, everybody's got his bad spots, but Portsmouth has some really unique things about it. Our Old Town area, it's a lot to do down there, just downtown on High Street. Even some of the surrounding places, it's just certain unique quality about the city. And I just hope it wins. Shout out to Tamika Riddick. She said she's gonna be the first big Rivers Casino thousandaire. So that's what had me chuckling.
Get your stacks. Get your stacks.
Right. So just to recap, anyone coming in now, we're talking about the opening tomorrow of the Rivers Casino in Portsmouth, Virginia, adjacent to the Tidewater Community College campus, and some of the things and how it may impact, and what some of the things we look forward to. I think that at some point, I mean, who knows? This could develop into something. The city does have the ability to be able to go in and move things around and claim eminent domain on certain places if it's going to benefit the overall city. With that being said, we may get some artists to come in and do shows at this casino.
Right.
That it may be something that we haven't seen before. So I would just say, go in, support, don't get addicted, but you can go play. I got to tell it to my mom.
Big Ro just made a valid point in the chat. He says, still up to the residents to hold the city officials accountable for not misappropriating funds. That's huge. That is true. I mean, a lot of times,
Exactly.
a community, we talk about things, we complain about things, but do we actually do anything about it? It's up to us. You know, these local politicians are supposed to be serving us. So why do we just stand by and just let things happen instead of standing up and making things happen? I think that's a discussion that we need to have in our community.
Definitely. I'm gonna bring in 2 more comments. We got Tamika Winborn saying Portsmouth is a jewel with great people. The media often highlight the negative, which all cities have, which is true. And Anita Brabson comment, I am not from Portsmouth, but I hope the city council will not close their eyes to the needs of improving those things that are needed and overlooked. But we have to be in a wait and see mode. A wait and see. So we've got to see what's going to happen. And I say, I'm just looking forward to it. I hope this will be a great thing for not only Portsmouth but the surrounding areas, and be the prototype of what and how to bring it in. So just some great things. I mean, right now we know there's been a lot of turnover in the Portsmouth offices. So I just hope, along with the opening of this casino, that they can add some new flavor and maybe get some people from another area to come in that maybe has had experience with casinos or experience with growing a city, because there's just some things that we need where we need some fresh eyes and ears. And the core can still be Portsmouth, but I think we do need to bring some people in from some other places that have worked on a city council or whatever on a larger scale, or city office, city manager, and that thing that can come in and actually help city like Portsmouth do what it does. Because we got there's a lot of famous people from Portsmouth, y'all, if you know it or not. So Portsmouth, we already know it breeds good people, but we got some outstanding people that are representing us at higher levels.
Absolutely. I think what you said earlier, just having people come back, like different celebrities coming back to Portsmouth and supporting this opening of the casino and maybe doing some performances, that would be huge. I mean, we know that one of our biggest stars in the area, from the area, is Missy Elliott. That would be a big thing to have something in Portsmouth. If I'm not mistaken, something took place last year that was pretty big for the city.
They named the street after her.
Yeah.
The street that they named after Missy is actually behind the casino. It's right behind it. But Missy's from the city. Wanda Sykes is from the city. I can't confirm this or will not confirm, but I'm gonna allegedly put this out there. Somebody told me that D.L. Hughley has some ties to Portsmouth. I don't know that, but someone mentioned that too.
He did. It was if I'm not mistaken.
So, I mean,
he was
there's
born here.
Yeah, there's more that either we're gonna miss today because we're not thinking. But there's more. Yeah. Portsmouth breeds some strong, tough, determined people. So there's really, I mean, it's really a powerful place for you to live, and even to go out into the world from this place and be able to do some great things.
Yeah, I mean, because from what I know, there has been a couple of times we hit the national spotlight, but the heart of the city is way deeper than the issues that came about. We all have issues that go on, but this is a strong city here, and it's a determined, resilient people that are here, and we can show the world and the country and the area that this is a jewel. This is really a jewel, as it was said earlier.
Let's check just to let you know, if you're checking in, we are talking about the opening tomorrow of the Rivers Casino adjacent to Tidewater Community College in the city of Portsmouth, Virginia. And we're talking about some of the pros, some of the cons, some of the things that we like to see, and some of the things that was seen by our brother Chilla. That was
Yeah, chill. Let's
doing
revisit that. So
five minutes.
when you went to the visit the casino last week, just talk about some of the things that you saw.
I mean, it was really packed. I mean, the whole parking lot was packed to a point that they had to go over to TCC parking lot. So there was a lot of people there. When I went in there, it was like different entries going inside. You seeing everybody sitting down gambling, enjoying themselves. People getting drinks. Waitresses walking around. Talking to people, asking what they need. I mean, people just enjoying themselves. It was a nice atmosphere. I enjoyed myself just going in there, just viewing everything. And I'm watching, I think if I'm not mistaken, when I first got in there, it was a lady won like $10,000. That's what everybody was talking about. I had just got right there where she supposedly just won. So I mean, it was a nice atmosphere going in there. So everything I seen was positive. I ain't seen nothing negative, but everything looked good. I know this week I'm gonna be back in there, but so
Talk about the restaurants.
Yeah. What about the restaurants, Chilla?
I didn't. I saw two restaurants. One of them was like a pizza place, and there was another one. I'm not sure. It seemed like it might have been some Oriental type food, but I just looked. I didn't because it was so packed. I just walked to this just to view, see what. But I didn't really go inside, so I was just walking around just viewing. So I mean, this week I will because I've been detoxing, so I didn't really want to play with the food a lot. So I was trying to stay on the herbal path and no salads and fruit. So it's like the food might have tempted me. I didn't want to be tempted at that time. So I'm gonna stay back and I'm gonna see there and I know where I'm going when I off my detox. So that was
Tamika Winborn asked for the drinks free while you gambling. She asking for a friend.
I'm not quite sure. I think it's some type card you got to have. They do give out. You might win reward points or something like you can get free drinks.
Well,
if I'm not mistaken, but I think you at this one you might have to be paying. I'm not sure. Don't quote me that. You will find out if you go there. I'm not.
Well, most casinos when you gamble, drinks are normally free.
This is not Atlantic City. I'm just saying. This is don't quote me on that.
We don't want it to be Atlantic City because right now, from my understanding, Atlantic City is struggling really bad right now.
Yeah.
So we're glad if you're just chiming in. We are talking about the casino opening, Rivers Casino in Portsmouth, Virginia, adjacent to the Tidewater Community College campus. And I'm actually kind of excited just to see and hear some of the things that are going to be going on. I know there's going to be some development things. I know there's going to be some probably some new restaurants and just some exciting things that may take place that we may not have experienced before. But it's good to see how this is going to play out and how it's going to develop and be a part of the increasing diversity Portsmouth, but also the Hampton Roads, the 7 cities as well. So let's see to the chat. Let's see. Boom, boom, boom. We got some humor from
I look at the
chat. Ro chimed in and said, "Man, this Portsmouth, you paying for them drinks?"
Oh, you stupid, man.
Oh boy. So we are we just recapping. We're talking about the Rivers Casino opening tomorrow. There was a soft launch where Chilla had an opportunity to go in and see some things. Let me ask you this, Chilla, since you were in the building, and I've been to a couple casinos. Was there any of those big loud games, or was it? I mean, were there a lot of tables? Give us kind of a description of the layout.
I mean, they had a lot of slot and different machines. Everybody was on hitting and spinning, even the old ones. They did have a poker table spot, if I recall. There were people playing poker. It was a lot of different things going on in there. So, I mean, just come out, like I said, tomorrow and go see if everybody in Portsmouth and the whole Tidewater area, go in there and enjoy yourself. That's all I'm saying. From what I saw, I got my experience. I just went a viewing, just seeing what was what, but it's some things people can go in there and do. There's a lot of things. There's enjoyment.
Now, I know.
Matter of fact, I think if I'm not mistaken, it's supposed to have a top golf in there too. But I think it's virtual. I'm not sure. I didn't get to really view all that part. But just go in there and find out tomorrow.
Now, I know a lot of the corner stores that are around there, they have a lot of those slot video machines in their establishments, you know, in that area. I wonder what that means for them, you know, in their situation.
I think you're going to find that there's going to be some people that like the big casino, and there's still going to be those people that like being in a little smaller environment. So I don't think they may lose majorly. It may pull some from them, but some people just like being in the smaller environment, you know. So I think it's gonna. I think they'll be fine. They got plenty of stuff going on them convenience stores. I mean, hell, you go there, a roll of toilet paper is $8. They ain't losing nothing, bro.
So we just had a question come through. We just had a question come through from Natasha Williams. She said she thinks it's great. Any concerns with regenification?
Oh, regarding gentrification.
Gentrification, yeah.
Typo.
That's a good question.
That is a great question. I mean, look, if we look at it, you go ahead, Sean. You take this. Go ahead, Sean.
No, I was gonna say, yeah, with any major renovation to an area, you're gonna have that possibility of you know, but let's look at it like, actually, you know, that was done to make way for it. I mean, you know, unfortunately, but you know, the areas that were there before the college came over there, they were dilapidated anyway. So, you know, as far as the homes or whatever that are in that general area, I mean, I don't think that they'll see any major well, from my looking at it, I mean, just because the strip in the area there is like, it goes from Victory back in the wooded areas near down, like going down further Greenwood Drive near what's the golf course there?
The golf course is, and I play there. Man,
it's not Badawi, is it?
Yeah, Badawi golf course.
Is it? Okay, yeah. Because it's going back. It's not going like along Victory, but it's gonna be, you know, of course the casino is on Victory, but you know, it's all that area, that wooded area is still going back from Victory.
So I mean, I saw it looks like they're developing I don't know what if it's a neighborhood back there behind the casino, but regarding the question of gentrification, I think money talks. You know, I mean, the reason why things get gentrified is because people come in with money, and they can, if they come in with the right amount of money, they can buy up the minor. It's real life monopoly. So that is you know, I know when we look at gentrification, we look at it as we have a what they call a whitewashing of certain neighborhoods, but what'll happen is if that number's right to that family or those people or that person, if they take that number, it's just a business deal. But what happens is it can turn things around. So that is something that is a conversation on a larger scale, because you have to have unity if you want to hold on to those things. And sometimes we had a conversation on, I can't remember what number episode it was, but we had a talk about Black economics. And one of the issues when it comes to Black family economics is when grandma passes away, we sell the house instead of holding on to the property and continue to use it to build wealth in other ways. Because typically when grandma goes, the house is typically is paid for, so it gives you access to be able to do some things other than to, you know, sell it, break the money up, and go buy stuff. Because that was one of the major concerns that we talked about in Black economics, was that the number of times that the dollar circulates in the Black community, and it ended up being about 6 hours. So gentrification is just as much our responsibility. We can't expect for someone to come in that's looking at numbers and impact on their bottom line to have any concern about what happens to the people that sell to them. We have to be the ones that say we're gonna fix our own properties up. We're gonna keep it. We're gonna increase the value. We're gonna increase our neighborhood. So back again, we're chatting about the opening of the casino, of the Rivers Casino, adjacent to Tidewater Community College in Portsmouth, Virginia. We have some comments coming in. We'd like to welcome anyone that just came into the room. Let's see here. Okay, we got a comment from Carla Turner. You have to have unity if you want to hold on to things. Sums up what I just said. It's a unity thing. It's not something that we can control individually, because we don't know what people's choices are. You may have some families that's ready to move away from the area, and they're concerned about where they're going, not necessarily about where they are, because they're moving somewhere else.
All right. Well, let's throw this angle in there. What about the community college there, and what that means for the students? Potentially, having that close to them. Well, I mean, could it? I mean, what effects that could be, brought from that? I mean, thinking that, hey.
I mean, it could be a distraction. It's right there. I mean, especially, you're taking classes, you got a break in between class. Hey, I'm gonna go play some blackjack real quick. No biggie. You end up spending hours in there playing blackjack, because this is the thing. When you're playing a game, no matter what the game is, once you get into the game, it becomes addictive. You don't want to stop playing, depending on how much enjoyment you are getting from the game. And sometimes when you're losing, you're trying to get back even. So, you stand, one more hand. And I can see it being a distraction to some of the students at TCC.
Well,
I mean, I know that, in the comments, I know Tamika Winborn has said something about, training for jobs there. I mean, that's true. I just, because I know that is something that the school is there for, to help with, developing occupations, but yeah, it's just like D. Jones said, it's, going over there to play a couple hands blackjack, you ain't gonna be sitting there, for a couple minutes, man. Let me just go on back. You could be like, hey, I don't know, I'm on that street, man. I gotta get it.
Thunder Punch, He-Man made a comment. Hopefully it doesn't hurt the surrounding area. I think we talked about that earlier, how, people can become addicted to it, and, they're in the casino every day, and they're spending their paycheck gambling. We talked about that when we first got on. That can be an issue. I've seen that in other cities where, it's destroyed households. So that's a part of having a casino there. Not only can it be a positive, but it can also hurt certain households.
It's something to think about, because over in the Bahamas, the residents cannot gamble. They can be imprisoned if they're caught gambling in the casino over there. They do not want their people. It is strictly for the tourists.
Wow.
So I just think, having it there, when I first heard about it, I wasn't happy about it being so close to a college campus, because, and please understand what I'm gonna say, y'all. If y'all that watch us know enough, then I'm pretty frank. Typically, now I'm just saying typically students that go to community college are not the strongest academic students, or not the strongest focus. Some people use community colleges for what it is. They'll go in and take different classes for different things they may need. Some people, they do have Virginia has an awesome 2+2 program where a kid can go to community college for 2 years and then transfer over to a Virginia State University and maintain that particular rate during that period. But I'm just saying, your typical community college student is not necessarily so academically focused.
I mean,
to have, say again?
it could be because they may have had kids at a young age. Could be because
we ain't doing all of that. I'm talking about the typical student.
You said typical.
They may not be so academically focused.
Typical
so
is
having a distraction like a casino. Different. When I got a 2-hour break, and you go over there and you start gambling, and it's 4 hour. Your 2-hour break turned to a 4-hour break, and you done missed your class. There's some things. I mean, we just got to be adults. Everybody, we all have to. We have to be responsible for what we do, how we do it, and when we do it.
The reality is, you already know, man. Addiction is a mug. So these people over there gonna be gambling, and they're gonna be losing their money. Some people gonna go out there mad. Some people gonna lose. You don't know what they're gonna be gambling, man. I hope somebody don't gamble their college tuition away. But hey, it is what it can be. They're gonna be there doing whatever they want to do. It's their choice. You can't stop it. Like I said, like Rose said in the comments, they gotta have discipline, and it's hard to have discipline when you're addicted to something. I mean, you can say what you want, but I mean, that craving and that want and desire, or just the opportunity to, get more just because you lost something, you feel like in your heart you can get it back because you got faith that I can get this back, and you keep doing it and doing it and doing it, and you got the same thing happening that you're losing and losing and losing, then you get a little bit more, because the reality of it all, the people who do win, they return the money right back. They don't just walk out. If I ever hit, I wouldn't care if it was 150, 500. Walk out. Their point, they're going to give it right back because they in their mind, they're going to get way more. And that's the whole trapping of the game of gambling. You know what I'm saying? You don't know when to fold them. I don't care what you get. If you came in there and won more than what you came in, that's a profit. The whole thing is to keep you there so they can get it back and more. And that's what, even in the college kids, they go over there for entertainment. They're going to catch themselves caught up in the entrapment. They're going to lose some. They're going to win some. So it's like, to me, go in there and know this is how much money you got to give away, and don't give away your bill money or whatever, and enjoy yourself. If you win some, roll. If you lose some, hey, it is what it is. You was there for enjoyment.
And understand it's entertainment.
Yeah.
And they will be running a commercial about gambling addiction just like they do for the smokers. So listen to the commercial. So we got some comments coming in. And if you've come in recently, let me just tell you what we're talking about. The opening tomorrow of the Rivers Casino in Portsmouth, Virginia, adjacent to the Tidewater Community College. Let's see. Let's go down the list. So you did make a comment for Thunder Points. That's right, Derek.
Yeah, I got that.
Okay, so we got a comment from Guy Hell. You know what? Before I go to Guy, Tamika Winborn said TCC has a partnership with the casinos to do job training, much like the community college near Maryland Live. So that's good. So the college is going to get some benefit other than the revenue from some of the students. So Guy Hell, how will the presence I messed up. Let me see. How would the presence, I think it's a typo, of the casino benefit the taxpayers? That's one question. We talked about that. We don't know, Guy. That's one thing we're trying to figure out how this money is going to be appropriated. There's 3 partners, the city being one. So we don't know that part. Also, there was a second part to his question. Will local communities see a tangible benefit for residents from having a casino? We don't know on that either. So like someone said earlier, it's like kind of like the wait and see situation right now. We don't know. Portsmouth is having leadership changeovers right now at a rapid rate. So we're going to have to see once they get things in place and what the plan is to be able to provide information on that. But Portsmouth residents, hold your council and your city officials, hold them accountable. This could be a really, really, really big win for the city of Portsmouth. So you as a resident should also be able to gain on the win. It shouldn't just be the revenue of the city, of everybody that getting raises and none of the residents getting anything out of it. So let's see after the guy. Let's see. Okay. All right, so Carla Turner says, folk took on the games at 7-Eleven. She was shocked by seeing how many people was there. It's important for us all to address education of addiction. Pain can be profitable, interesting, strictly for the tourist. Wow, who is the casino for? Well, I wouldn't say that. In the United States, you know it's not going to be that way. I know people get upset about the rights, but we do have a lot of rights here. And it's open to whoever wants to just get it under control. You're gambling. Let's see. Tamika Winmore says it's definitely going to impact our community both negatively and positively. I can agree. We're seeing it in some places, but we're gonna wait and see how the impact is gonna be, because it may be some things that we're unaware of. Thunder Punch is for the tourists. People typically save up, go there, lose, and leave. Having it right around the corner is going to be rough on the area. I think his 2 cents. Thunder Punch, I know, is a Portsmouth native. Carla Turner, good point. They're going to win some, they're going to lose some. The most valuable thing they're going to lose is time. Can't get that back. Looks invisible, but time is money. Time is extremely valuable. Anita Brabson, just a lot of personal funds. If they have gambled before and went into a black hole of Calcutta, they're hopeful they learned the lesson. So, I mean, like, it goes back to, when you reach the number of 18 in the United States, you're considered an adult. And we're going to have to be totally responsible for what we do. I just hope that the casino brings more enjoyment than heartache. It's a balancing act, just like anything that can cause you any impact. Alcohol, right now we know marijuana has been decriminalized. There are medicinal or holistic benefits to marijuana, but there are also some addiction issues with marijuana. Splitting the CBD and splitting the, whatever the other stuff is, the cannabinoids. But we just have to look at what's going on. And what I like to reiterate is that Portsmouth is number one in Hampton Roads in the 7 cities to get the casino and to get the doors open. It's a big win for the city of Portsmouth, the smallest city in the 7 cities. And I think right now, let's celebrate the win. I'm a Portsmouth native. And I want to see the city win. I want to see the city win in a big way. I don't want to see anyone harmed, but people get harmed every day. I still don't want to see it. So let's go for the win. I'm just skipping through. Anybody on the panel got anything?
I think we covered everything, sir.
Shine, you're on mute. Shine, you're muted.
You're muted, sir.
No, I was just looking at Carla's question where she was saying that how the lottery was benefiting education. That was an interesting question.
I didn't see that. Read that question. I missed that. I was scrolling because the chat.
She said, the lottery was introduced in Virginia to support education. Have we seen tangible benefits?
No.
For education?
No.
From the lottery?
No. And that's exactly how it came in. And they still acting like they don't have enough revenue for this and this. But I just don't understand how it can be, because all the money that's generated from the lottery. I mean, I think somebody need to call them to the table.
mean, but it also comes down to how the schools are using that money too. Because I mean, it's like, because I found out that every school's allocated a certain set of money a year from the lottery. I heard that was the case, that they get, it's like it's a big lump sum, but then they just cut it up into sections for every school. So if every school gets this certain amount of money, then say for instance, the whole area of Hampton Roads was allocated maybe 35 million. So whatever cuts up from every school district in this area, they're getting a piece of that that money. So
let me ask someone in the chat to look this up for me while we're still talking. Can you look up when the Virginia lottery started in Virginia? Because
it was in '88, I think.
Was it 88? Okay, we'll just ballpark it. We'll just say the lottery started around 1988. In 1988, I do not remember teachers having to buy supplies and send in a list of things for their to give to the parents so that their child can bring in so that they can have a successful school year in 1988. I was still in high school, in secondary school back during that time, and teachers were not sending the huge list of things for the parents to send in, and then also still asking for donations. I have personally and represented the show in donations to teachers to this day, which is over 30 years from the point when the lottery started. So irregardless if there's money being given to the schools, something's wrong. Something's off. Because back then the school was supplied with certain things. Now, when your kid goes to school, everything they need almost is on a list to the parents to go buy. And then you got the teachers either coming out of their own pocket, which they no longer get to write off. I'm not a tax professional.
And raises.
And also asking for donations on top of that. So how did the lottery benefit the schools? My question.
B, let's be realistic, man. From that time you just said 88 to now, you done had shortage of teachers. You done had shortage of bus drivers. You done had people fussing about they wasn't making a certain amount of money. You done had a lot of stuff going on. You seen the schools deteriorating. You ain't seen nobody upgrading the schools. You ain't seen a lot of stuff since that happened. So let's just read.
Well, we know the game.
On top of that, like Big said, we've had closings.
I mean, just even when we talking about what's going on right here. Well, I said something earlier. The greed of money, the lust, and the pocket. You gonna at time will reveal everything. I mean, when it comes to money, ain't nobody trying. If it was that generous, you'll see a lot of rich people out here just giving money to the poor. You know what I'm saying? When you making money, the least thing is anybody else concerns. You don't care about people like that. I'm just being realistic. I mean, we just went good putting up some good points. But if we want to talk about the elephant in the room, what we call it, you know how it's gonna really turn out. Just be realistic, man.
Yeah, just like that with school, with the teachers, they're not getting into that money for raises as far as what they need.
They say they tell us stuff. Well, they put this idea in our mind that they're gonna do, and just be realistic.
I just got a link. Thank you, Terry. The Virginia Lottery revenue distribution.
Right.
I'm gonna just do the last 3 years. Let me see if I can understand this. Let's see. 2000, more than 80% of Virginia voters said yes to creation of the state lottery proceeds fund. The measure, now a permanent part of Virginia's constitution, directs all Virginia lottery profits to be used solely for education purposes. This is what's being said on this site. This is VirginiaLottery.com. Giving back to Virginia schools. At the Virginia Lottery, we take playing seriously. Fun matters excitement, and so does the education of Virginia's youngest residents. It's the reason why we play so enthusiastically. Every time you scratch a ticket or pick a number for the big jackpot, you are creating winners in education all over Virginia. Last year, the lottery contributed more than $779 million to Virginia public schools, more than $2.1 million per day. I don't know where is this money going in? Who's seeing it and where? How? So, okay, let me read this. The Virginia Lottery works in education. In fiscal year 2022, this is right on the Virginia Lottery's website. I just want you to know where I'm getting this from. In fiscal year 2022, the Virginia Lottery had sales of more than $3.75 billion. On this total, the lottery generated more than $779 million for K through 12 public education. More than $2.67 billion went back to players in the form of prizes. More than 138 million went to retailers who sell Virginia Lottery tickets, and 158 million went to operational expenses. You can read the full thing on your own. That blows me away because I don't understand. If that's the case, why these lists coming out? Why do these lists come out with the kids? Somebody make it make sense, please. All right. Oh, I have muted myself. We have gone in another direction.
Yeah. Let's get back. Let's get back.
This is another topic. Another time. And it will happen, y'all, because we got to talk about this. And caller, reach out to me. And we may have a chat with you on this. Let's see here. This last one I'm gonna read, and I think we about to be wrapping up, y'all. Is that okay? Yeah. All right, so I'm gonna read this final comment. I'm gonna read a few here. Nita Brabson. True, I know someone who helps tutor elementary schools, and teachers do have to get their own materials. All right, Natasha Williams. This is a great opportunity for mom and pop businesses to come up. Also a great opportunity for new development of Black business. Okay, I can see that. Tamika Riddick. and the list far exceeds supplies that students will use to complete their assignments. Okay, I know that's true. All right, Carla Turner. There's a book that's thrown right here, Literacy with an Attitude, Patrick Finn. There's a difference between what working class schools, poor schools, and what affluent schools do with funds. Okay, so I'm gonna think about that book, Attitude by Patrick Finn. All right, last one, Anita Brabson. What education? Whose education? The top people help. I ain't gonna read that out loud. So what we're gonna do, y'all, we appreciate you guys checking in, chiming in, and being an active participant in the conversation. We here at the Get Established Show are excited and looking forward to, all of us are Portsmouth natives, to the opening of the Rivers Casino adjacent to Tidewater Community College in Portsmouth, Virginia. We're excited about it. We want to see good things happen. We hope good things happen. We pray for good things happen. And we just want to see that happen. But with that being said, we're going to wrap things up. And Mr. D. Jones.
Y'all already know. If you stay ready, you don't have to get ready. Get established.
Thank you guys for tuning in. This has been our first live show talking about the Rivers Casino opening in Portsmouth, Virginia, adjacent to Tidewater Community College. Thank you guys, and we'll see you soon. Welcome to the Get Established Show. If you haven't yet, please like, subscribe, and share. This video will be on the page where people can watch it later. So thank you so much. We appreciate you guys, and we will be in touch soon. Have a great day from the Get Established.